Isaac and his mother lived alone in a small house on a hill. Isaac kept to himself, drawing pictures and playing with his toys as his mom watched Christian broadcasts on the television. Life was simple, and they were both happy. That was until the day Isaac's mom heard a voice from above. "Your son has become corrupted by sin. He needs to be saved." "I will do my best to save him, my lord," Isaac's mother replied, rushing into Isaac's room, removing all that was evil from his life. Again the voice called to her. "Isaac's soul is still corrupt. He needs to be cut off from all that is evil in this world and confess his sins." "I will follow your instructions, Lord. I have faith in thee," Isaac's mother replied, as she locked Isaac in his room, away from the evils of the world. One last time, Isaac's mom heard the voice of God calling to her. "You've done as I've asked, but I still question your devotion to me. To prove your faith, I will ask one more thing of you." "Yes, Lord, anything," Isaac's mother begged. "To prove your love and devotion, I require a sacrifice. Your son Isaac will be this sacrifice. Go into his room and end his life as an offering to me to prove you love me above all else." "Yes, Lord," she replied, grabbing a butcher's knife from the kitchen. Isaac, watching through a crack in his door, trembled in fear. Scrambling around his room to find a hiding place, he noticed a trapdoor to the basement hidden under his rug. Without hesitation, he flung open the hatch, just as his mother burst through his door, and threw himself down into the unknown depths below.
Hello and welcome everybody, this is Yost Learbach, here just in time for a new Let's Play, sort of, first look sort of thing. This is going to end up being kind of like my Team Fortress thing, where I kind of do this on an annual basis, primarily because there's no real way to beat the game. Anyway, welcome to The Binding of Isaac, Wrath of the Lamb. To be exact, this is just The Binding of Isaac. There's downloadable content called Wrath of the Lamb, and so yeah. This is a weird game made by the same guys that made Super Meat Boy, Edmund McMillan and Florian Himzel. I'm sorry if I'm messing up any of those names. But yeah, those are the same guys that did Super Meat Boy, and in fact, you can probably tell from the style. And it's kind of like old 2D Zeldas mixed with some twin-stick shooter. A twin-stick shooter, you use one stick to move around and the other stick on the controller to, of course, attack. You can turn on this game, the defaults are the arrow keys and WASD to move and attack. Right here we got the options, the standard stuff. This is made in Flash, so I guess control support isn't used, so we have to use something called Joy to Key, which I have to play on my controller. It's free. It is worth it to play on a controller because playing on a keyboard sucks. But right here, we get our optional characters. Not all these characters are unlocked. You start off with Isaac and you unlock all of them by completing different conditions and such. Like for example, the first one I got was Eve, make two deals with the devil in one playthrough. We might be able to get to what that is in a sec. But anyway, I think I'm going to start with Isaac because he's the one that's got the most balance and he's the one you start off with. So yeah, we'll go ahead and select. Whoa. Okay, he started moving on his own there. Okay, so right here the move. A moves you left, S moves you down, D moves you right, and W moves you up. I'm using a controller, so I can, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Just set the keys to whatever you want them to. There we go. What the? Oh, let me real quick here. Oh, got the wrong profile. Okay, there we go. Okay. I had the wrong profile. Enjoy the key set. Yeah, you use the arrow keys, you know, logically with direct the fire. You can only fire in 4 directions. You can't fire diagonally. Right here we have bombs. We can use Shift or E, which I have bound to triangle on my controller. Yes, this is a PlayStation 2 controller. I bought an adapter for it a while ago. For those of you who've seen my videos before, and wow, we got some slowdown there. I did mention this game was made in Flash, so yeah. And yeah, those guys don't have eyes, and yeah. I am attacking with my tears. So yeah, this is not a normal basement. This is not a normal basement at all. Right here, so whenever you clear a room, things drop. Sometimes when you kill an enemy, things drop. But right there, you saw like we were fighting the same types of enemies except for the fly. One of them was pink and slightly bigger. He's I think they call them champions. They can come in different colors and such. Champions are like stronger versions of the regular guys. Right there, that guy will try to kamikaze you. And right here we get one of the key features of this game, the item rooms. Throughout this game we will be getting different pickups, passives, or pickup items such as this, which goes into our spacebar item. Right there you see a bar with 6 buttons, or 6 blocks. I'm gonna go ahead and use this right now. You see we chop her head off so we can fly. I have no clue what benefit that has, aside from it might allow you to fly over gaps. But yeah, it only lasts a room. Some effects last less than that, so yeah, and then you gotta recharge it. Certain items will recharge faster than others. You recharge them by clearing a room. Right here we got our first boss, Pin. Very reminiscent of I think the second boss in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I want to say it's called Twinrova. Not Twinrova. That's a boss in Ocarina of Time. Twinmold, I think, is the name of the boss. The same. I want to say it's the same name as the Majora's Mask boss because they're both very similar in terms of like how they fight and the fact they're all worms. But yeah, this one just as annoying as the boss in Link to the Past. If I never got to Let's Play that game, maybe Nintendo gets rid of their draconian copyright or content ID claim policy thing that might be. I don't know. Anyway, let's not talk about that. So right here, every boss always drop a certain amount of health, and you have your maximum amount of health you can carry. You can't carry anymore, and then they always drop an item, such as this one, Squeezy, which gives us tears up. And these 2 bluish-gray hearts. These are soul hearts. These basically act as these are temporary hearts. They basically act as defense. You can't replenish them, but once they're gone, they're gone. But they always take damage from that first. So go ahead and head into the next room. I didn't get to show off 2 of the rooms I just saw on the map. You may have noticed in the corner of the map we have rooms. Then you have also locked doors here. We can't unlock those unless we have a key, which you see right beside our arrows, which I actually think means the arrow key, not our actual arrows. So yeah, that tells us our inventory. That shows us how much money we have in the form of pennies, how many bombs we have in the form of bombs, and how many keys in the form of keys. Alright, there we got our first penny. You can only load, I think, 99 of each item, but really there's no point in really holding that much, and you're probably not going to get that much. Right here we got a tarot card. This is a temporary use item. I have this set to R1 and L1, and I think square. Yeah, I have these set to multiple buttons. You can do that. That's kind of cool. Now what tarot cards do is each card does something different. I think the Magician gives my tears slight homing. But go ahead and show off here. Yeah, which is reminiscent of an ability we can get, or certain abilities that we can get that are that will give us that ability permanently. All of them being like related to psychic stuff. I think like a bent spoon, telepathy for dummies. It's like this book that looks exactly the way you think it would. Yeah, it only lasts one room and it's gone after that. Other items we can get that are kind of like the tarot card, the one-use items, are pills. These have generally random effects. Like there's different colors of pills you can get. Each pill is randomized before the game, I think. So we can use bombs to blow this up and get this chest. Pop that open. Hey, we got a pill. I get to show it off. So right there, you see we don't know what the effect of the pill is. So we go ahead and use it, and you got friends till the end. Gives us some flies. So we find another pill that looks exactly like that. We know that we'll get this as far as this playthrough goes. Next playthrough it could be something different, and so on and so forth. So these flies will basically kamikaze. And right there we got a troll bomb that just blows up automatically. And right there we got our key. So you may have noticed, after the first floor, all the challenge rooms are locked, or treasure rooms are locked. So we have an option to either go to the shop, which is the room that we first saw before, or we can go here and get an item. Shops will always have random items. There we got a Pope hat, so we feel blessed. I think that gives us more of the gray hearts. Which I believe I said they're called soul hearts, didn't I? Well, if I didn't, they're called soul hearts. Right here we got these guys. They're very similar to the kamikaze guys with the bombs in their heads. Only these guys will run away from you. They always drop bombs. There are other variants that drop flies, but then they're a little different. They're a little different, so you can kind of tell what they look like. Now, one thing I didn't do in the last dungeon that I meant to do in this one, that I meant to do in the last floor. One thing I didn't do in the last floor that I meant to do in this floor. In every floor, there's a secret room. It can sometimes contain coins, somewhere between 3 to 9. These coins can be replaced by nickels and dimes, which nickels and dimes give you more value. Like nickels give you 5 coins, dimes give you 10. And yeah, they're always connected to a treasure room. Like we could bomb over here and get in that way as well. Now there's also something called a super secret room, which I'm not really sure how to find it. I think like it's not connected to any special rooms, like bosses, shop, or anything like that. And it's always only one way in, but I don't know. Like right there, theoretically it should have worked, but I don't know. I don't like to waste my bombs on that. We're going to the boss room. What are we going to fight now? Monstro. One thing I should note is that each of these bosses are randomized. So you get I think the first 2 floors you got a different set of bosses you can get. The second 2 floors you get another set of bosses, and so on and so forth. Then, with the exception of the 5th floor, I think. You always fight Mom on the 5th floor. If you haven't been able to figure out, that's the whole goal, is trying to get away from your mother. Your psychotic mother who, well, let's just face it, is insane. Because any person who's hearing God saying in today's world is probably either on drugs or insane. And, well, to be fair, probably back then it's probably the same way too. It's just a lot of these people, no, look, we got a devil room. There's always a chance that a devil room will spawn when you defeat a boss. When you go in, here's the devil. You can make a deal with the devil, and you can choose one or both. I'm only going to be able to choose one, because if I run out of hearts, I only have soul hearts left. And I'll still be alive then. If I die with the soul hearts, I can't replenish them. So, yeah. So what this is, I make a deal with the devil. I can pick up this item, Brother Bobby, I lose a heart container, but I gain an ability. In this case, I got a little fellow to help me fire. So he fires along with me, a little familiar, as we call it. Right here, we got a cat of nine tails, shot speed up. Let's see what else. Is there anything else? Nope. So I'll just go down here and go to the next floor. So yeah, you might be wondering, like I say, every 5th floor you'll be fighting Mom. The 6th floor. Somewhere along there, and you're probably wondering, well, for those of you who are able to count fast enough, probably wondering, well, there's more than 5 floors, or however many floors there are, 5 or 6 floors, so there has to be more to this game, right? At first you only fight Mom as the final boss, and she's the original final boss, but once you beat the game once, you unlock another area, which I haven't, I've only been able to get to once. I've only been able to defeat Mom, I guess Mom twice, because you have to, see, I've only beaten the game twice, and I mean, I beat Mom and then beat the full game. And there's like rewards for beating the game like multiple times. Like there's like 10 endings I think you can get for beating the game 10 times or something like that. So yeah. Ouch. One thing I should note about this for future Let's Players out there who want to Let's Play this game, I'm not playing the legit copy. Well, I am playing the legit copy, but I'm playing a modified version. Because like I said, this game is made in Flash, and Flash doesn't like to work with a lot of stuff. And right there, I died. So yeah, we'll go ahead and restart. Right there, you see in the corner, Spider Mod. Probably should have pointed out. This is a mod that basically does a lot of fixes. As long as you own a copy of the game, you can use this mod. It allows you to record with fraps. It allows you to record easily, for that matter, and a bunch of other awesome stuff. It tries to streamline lots of it. Actually adds control support in there for you. It also adds a cheat engine and stuff like that. But I've used that once to mess around, and it kind of feels like it cheapens the experience. Though it is fun to go through with like all the stuff that you can use to beat the game with. It kind of, whoa, kind of freaked out there a little bit. I think my joystick, my left analog stick is messing up. Yeah, it kind of harpens from the experience. So it's like, yeah. So right here in this we got the Lemon Mishap. This item, whenever we use it, we drop. Yeah. Yeah, any enemies that walk on that will take damage. You can see it shrinking as a temporary item. Right here, we have something I really don't like, these spike doors. Stepping through here, you take damage, and you enter either one of these areas, or you enter an area with a spike in the middle. If you jump on the spike, there's a chance the treasure chest can pop up, but you lose a whole heart of damage. This is a red chest. There's a good chance it'll have these guys. It'll have a troll bomb, or super troll bomb, which is like a troll bomb that follows you around. It's not pleasant. Right here we can go through this, and this is a secret room. Right here we have a slot machine. I'm gonna go ahead and open that door for me. Actually, I should have done this one. I just realized I should have done that one. That would have gotten me into the item room. I could have shown that off. And by doing that, I could go in there and like the item room would automatically unlock. So like if you know there's a slot machine, you can kind of just walk up to it. You can get a random stuff. Right now I'm not getting anything. You can get bombs, you can get hearts, you can get so on and so forth. Right there, that's a bad thing. You can also blow that up and get stuff and get like a few coins off of it. Yeah, if you blow a wall into the secret room and then blow it into a treasure room or any other room that's locked, that door will automatically come unlocked for you. Right here we have Famine. I don't think I've ever legitimately beat Famine. Yeah, so I think this guy appears after you beat Mom, I think. I don't remember seeing him beforehand. But he just unlocked stuff and tells you. I don't remember if it told you. I was like too excited that I beat Mom that I wasn't paying attention to what I unlocked. I knew I could very easily die. So yeah, famine spawns enemies and just kind of does. One of the best things I can say, this is basically distract him from spawning stuff, is get beside him and get him to send himself out just repeatedly. And then of course I died. So yeah. Let's see what else. I think I'll try this at least one more time. So you notice right there how short that run was. So runs can run anywhere from I think I estimate about 30 minutes for a complete run to about 2 seconds. I mean, you can easily die. You can easily die in this game. And as you can tell, there's a lot of liberty, so there's a lot of influence to like Zelda and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of references, and as you may have guessed, like some of the items you can pick up, like you got the mitre earlier, the Pope hat. That's obviously a reference to the religion, to the Christian religion, and so like, this is gonna be a lot of if you. That's kind of what it does, though. Is it just references stuff? It doesn't actually sit there and say it's bad. I mean, it just kind of references stuff in like a dark and kind of gory way. So right here we have the item shop, so we can buy for 3 coins a heart, 5 coins a soul heart, 5 cards random tarot card. Goes over. Then usually we can buy an item, like a pickup item. Like this is a compass, which if you play Legend of Zelda, any Legend of Zelda for that matter, you know exactly what the compass do. That will reveal rooms to us, special rooms, such as treasure rooms, boss rooms, shops like this one, arcades, challenge rooms. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's all the bases. It won't show you secret rooms. There's certain items that will do that for us, and I'm gonna buy a soul heart. Actually, now that I think about it, I should have bought a key. Oh well. And the item that we got earlier, the onions, gives us pretty much double speed with our tiers. So you see we have double tiers now for our weapon. Right here we get to fight Monstro. This looks like a champion form Monstro. He seems a little darker than normal. So yeah. You see this just he has higher defense, and that's pretty much it. Monstro is one of the easier bosses to fight in this game, just because he jumps around a lot, and that's his only other attack is that, and it's pretty easy to avoid. His high jump is pretty annoying, but if you keep your distance, you're probably not going to hit. Monstro's pretty, like I said, boring. If you're fast, if you're skilled enough, you can actually get under him when he does his regular jumps. So yeah. Right there we got another soul heart, and we got 2 half hearts, which we can't do anything with. We're gonna get that. Tears up. Ugh. So yeah, I kind of wonder, is Isaac actually shoving that through his head like that, or is it just kind of magically does that? If it magically does that, that's kind of terrifying that it does. They got that champion drop the key for us, so yeah. Gotta go ahead and buy a key. Right there we got a pill, which we can't get because we don't have any bombs. So we might get one from destroying this pile of poo. Yes, that's poo that's dropping. This game is completely desensitized me. So right there you notice that whenever we leave a room, whatever bombs or whatever items that are in the room, they'll stay. And they'll go off when we come back in. It's kind of like the room freezes, I guess. For those of you thinking to buy this, I would definitely recommend you go ahead and buy it. Though there is a remake coming out called Rebirth that they're working on. that will contain like updated graphics and a lot of bug fixes. They're not working this game in Flash, so it's actually going to be, you know, playable. As if this one's not playable. Right there we got 2 nickels and a penny. Nickels can spawn and replace in place of pennies, just like dimes. I mentioned that earlier that you could get some nickels and dimes. Like I said, they're worth more. Obviously, you know, for those of you that don't know American currency, for those of you that are outside of the country, you're probably not going to be as familiar with how like nickels and dimes and pennies and such. But yeah, like nickels are 5, dimes are 10. So yeah. Like I said, you can't have more than 99 cents, though there's really no point to. Like, the most expensive item in the game, I think, is like $15. Or 15 coins. If it was $15, that'd be a lot for this game. So right there we got 7 cents. This is a book item. It's no different than the other kind of spacebar item. Whenever we use this, however, there's a random. It gives us a random effect. Like we can get a heart, we can get a bomb, we can get a key, we can get a coin. And all of them are like 7 different types of items we can get. All of them related to the 7 deadly sins. And just in case you're wondering, considering, actually I'm not sure if the 7 sins are religious. Are they? I don't know. I kind of want to say they are, but I don't know. Like they're kind of representative of religious stuff there, I guess, to an extent. I don't know. Like there are some deadly sins do exist in this game as bosses, and they each play out differently. They each have like a different method of being played, a different way of being played, or a different way of dealing with them. Like Lust, for example, will chase after you. Oh, right here. Speaking of the 7 sins, so yeah, they're kind of as mini bosses here, and like I said, Lust will chase after you. Get away! Get away! So yeah, right then, Lust will always drop pills or heart items, you know. So let's do health up for this one. So we got our health up, so we got 1 extra health. Woohoo! You can actually get health now. I believe there's an achievement for getting for fighting all 7 sins. So that's always cool. Let's see what's over here. Is that a... Yeah, I'm avoiding that. I'm not going into those rooms. Trying to think now what else. I don't have any bombs, so I can't search for the secret room, so I guess we'll just go to the boss. And right here we have Gemini. And this guy's pretty easy too. He follows you around, and the little dude that attaches to him by the umbilical cord will just fire at you. Always just kind of stay out of line of sight of the little dude and just kind of take pot shots wherever you can. Yeah, see, all Gemini wants to do is give you a hug. It's kind of like Lust, except Lust is kind of more creepy because it's, you know, whatever. So yeah, once you get rid of the big Gemini, little Gemini will start attacking you, which makes them a lot easier because there's certain conditions where you can actually go right there. I think I could have stun locked them. So you probably don't know what stun locking is. It's basically when you get an enemy to a position where they can't move. Like that one, I almost got them. Or in the case of this game, like they move very slowly. Right there, sinful book is ready. We get a soul heart there. Right there we got some rotten meat, HP up. We're getting a lot of health items now. So yeah. Stun locking is basically where you either stun an enemy or prevent them from moving, and presumably from attacking. One thing I mentioned, between each floor, you get Isaac has a memory of his, or either memory or his greatest fears. And it's like, because some of them seem like they're his greatest fears. The one that goes down the down the trap door. I haven't been paying attention to them. I think I've actually been skipping them, which I'm sorry for doing that, by the way. I just get so used to doing that. And that one sounds like his mom apparently doesn't love it. But one of them is like he falls down the trap door and breaks his neck. So I don't know. Ouch. So yeah, here we have these guys. These guys are pretty easy to take out. Just kind of make sure to get out of the way when they go. They don't do much. These are like maggots. You just want to make sure to wipe those guys out. There's variants of these guys that fire shots left and right. I don't think they fire up and down, so they're pretty easy to kill. And there's another variant. I think they're given a different name. They're taking a different name that will charge at you and try to eat you. Those guys can be a bit of a pain, especially in a room that's shaped like this. One thing I might add that you've probably certainly noticed by this point. This game is a procedurally generated game, which means that almost everything in the game is randomly generated. You're never going to have the same playthrough twice. In fact, speaking of which, I got into a conversation with one of my friends a while ago about buying games and how like DLC is like the greatest thing ever, and I don't know why you think that. Then again, all he does is play World of Warcraft all day. Or play Magic the Gathering. I'm not kidding. I mean, he's currently unemployed, getting like $700 a week on unemployment. I think he's in the army, so it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I guess I understand that, but he sits there and plays World of Warcraft, and yeah, he's kind of got an addiction problem with it. But you know, he's got 700 unemployment until March, so I mean, I guess, you know, whatever. He's got until then to look for a job, and I don't know. I guess any other person would kind of sit there and do the same. Yeah. So his whole idea of DLC is, oh look, they did a content patch. He doesn't play video games to the extent I do, so I guess he doesn't understand like why DLC is not necessarily a good thing for every game. Though for games like this, like how do you add DLC to this? And the best way that they did it was they just added more stuff. They added 2 more floors. Actually, I think they added 4 floors. Technically speaking, it's like hidden floors you can unlock. I think. Right there, Lard, it gives us HP up, and also slows our speed down a little bit, so we don't move as fast. Real quick, there is movement speed. The arrows are your shot speed, which is actually pretty fast. The sword is your attack power, and the bow and arrow is your rate of fire, like how many tiers per second. So yeah, I'm actually firing pretty fast. Right, if you use a controller and you usually hit escape to enter this menu. I have it set to start. If you hit escape again, it basically has an X to main menu. Are you sure you want me to die? You know, we don't want to die right now. So you have to use the mouse for this part. You can bind the mouse to joy key, and that. Whoa. Whoops. Kind of screwed up there. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. Oh, we need to go to the boss room. There you go. Actually, we have a bomb, so I'm gonna say here might be the secret room. I don't know. I have a feeling. No, and just like that, I should never, ever follow my feelings. My gut react. Now, if I have a feeling, I should just call it bad gas and go the other way. Oh, not Gertie. Okay, so I really hate this boss, and it is annoying. I think you see 2 flies spawn. You see these things spawn. And these things are enemy and bullet spawners, or tier spawners, what do you want to call them? Those things will spawn blood, what are called blood tiers, just red tiers. This guy will spawn different types of flies. You notice he has his attack pattern. And you notice that we're pretty much just chipping away at his health. His attacks are really difficult to avoid. In fact, the best thing I can say is stay down here, and when he fires like that, move to the side and try to stay centered. That when he goes to attack, and just kind of do that. And whenever he spawns bugs, there's not really much I can say to do about it. If you're really good at keeping your perceptual awareness of where you are and where everything is, essentially multitasking to the extreme, keep an eye over multiple things on the screen at once, you can dodge the bullets pretty easily. What I'm trying to do, but I'm probably gonna die. Actually, I might actually beat him. Might actually be able to beat him. Right there, we got a spider spawner. Woo! I beat Gertie! Holy crap! The second time I've beaten Gertie in my entire playthrough. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna use our Ascend, get there, get our HP up. As you can tell, HP just gives us one full heart container. It doesn't refill our HP. Certain items do, I think, but I don't know which. Let's see what horrible nightmare. Oh, we get a gift. A wig. And he gets laughed at for liking wigs. So, Isaac's a bit of a confused little fella, isn't he? Right here we got spiders, which are annoying. We got those guys, which there are 3 variants of these guys. One right there that fires a little thing, what they call little chub, the little guys that were being flung out. And then you got the other kind that doesn't have that fires what are called blood beams. We'll get into what this guy is in a sec. And then another one fires 2 blood beams, one from the front, one from behind. I like the ones that fire the blood beams better than those guys because they're easier to deal with. And they take a second to charge. But anyway, this guy, this is a beggar. We can give him a coin. Nope. Give him another coin. And he gives us items! Give him another coin? No? What about another coin? No? What about another coin? Yay! We got a portable slot machine, okay. Portable slot, we can use this. Just use a coin. We get a random effect, or we might get not. So yeah, you've seen how the slot machine worked earlier, so that's pretty much the same thing. We're gonna stick with the buck. These guys, if they hit you, these are Greed's head. I forget what their actual name are, but they resemble the head of the sub-boss Greed. And whenever they take damage from you, whenever you take damage from them, you lose a coin. Or you lose a set amount of coins. No, I don't want to hit those spikes. Just so you know, walking through that door will kill me at this point, so I don't want to die. Right there, you see, whenever you leave a room when you have very low health, you pee your pants, or I guess metaphorically, since you aren't wearing any pants. Which, yeah, we are playing as a young child, as a young naked child, which really kind of makes you wonder. Though considering it matches the aesthetic of the Meat Boy Super Meat Boy aesthetic, whoa, don't want to die, don't want to die, don't want to die, don't want to die! Get away! Get away! No! I don't want to die! Yes! Oh, we opened up a secret room! Go ahead and use our 7 cent. Oh, there you go, got so hard, so that keeps us alive a little longer. Ooh, coins! Even though I need health more than coins. I mentioned earlier there's secret rooms and there's super secret rooms, which super secret rooms are harder to find. I think they might not spawn on every floor too, so that might be another issue. I'm gonna stay back here. Actually, more I think about it. Hold on. Yeah, I think I was wrong with the bow and arrow. I think that's our range. Like how far tiers go. I think. I could be wrong on that. Also, I don't know what the lines mean, if they mean anything. These guys will shoot that at us, which blows up stuff and I guess does poison damage. Not really sure if that applies to us, but does to other enemies, I guess. Basically, if you know there's a secret room somewhere that you need opened, you can try to manipulate these guys to shoot the green balls at you to try to open the doors. Other than that, there's just try to avoid it as best as possible. Before you head on to the boss, I want to get more health. And actually, no, I'll open up the shop here. Whoa! Well, I wasn't expecting to fight Greed here. So yeah, speaking of Greed, I mentioned him earlier. So we have the boss Greed, which basically just kind of walks back and forth. And whenever he hits you, you lose not only health, but you also lose coins. Which you'll lose like 4 coins, but you can only retrieve like 3 of them. And right there, we died. So yeah. So how long are we going for? About 40 minutes. I'm gonna do one more playthrough, but I'm gonna play through as one of the characters. The only characters I really like other than Isaac are Magdalene and Cain. Everyone else is kind of meh to me. Like Eve has right here. You see the Whore of Babylon, which when you're at half a heart of health, you gain a huge increase to your power, but only as long as you have half a heart of health. And that's really hard to play like that. She also has the Dead Bird, which attacks enemies whenever you get attacked. Samson has very low health and bloodlust, which things just increase attack power some whenever you get hit. So that's kind of you're dead anyway. Judas, high attack, low health. Yeah, I'm not again. I like Cain because he's kind of fast and he has the luck foot, which is actually pretty cool. Makes so that pills don't give you any negative effects. Magdalene has the heart. She's basically a tank, so she has high health. I'm going to play as Magdalene a bit. I typically tend to last longer with Magdalene because you start off with more health and I think slightly lower speed and slightly lower attack power, but you know, whatever, it's still good. Right here, I'm gonna try to destroy these headless guys. So yeah. Some of the headless guys, I don't know what their names are, can actually start shooting out blood blots or blood tears. I don't know if that's what they're actually called. I know whenever you fire blood from your eyes, it's called blood tears, but I don't know what that one, the actual ones are called. One more thing I might note, whenever you're playing as Isaac, you start off with a bomb. Most other characters you don't. Right here we have Monstro's Tooth, which I'll go ahead and use that. Oh, I can't. Okay. You gotta use that when enemies are around. That summons up Monstro to attack. And he just slams down, deals some damage on an enemy, and then goes away. Kind of like Snorlax from Smash Brothers. And so we're pretty much done with this floor. Actually, no. I go into this special room and kind of show that off. We have the heart to do that. Ooh. Then you got troll bombs. So we kind of leave here. And yay, we got a lot of stuff here. So we're gonna actually end up taking more damage than I would want to take. But we can. There you go. We're at full health anyway, so that's always good. So we got all that. We didn't have to waste the bomb. Hey, speaking of which, I get to fight Monstro. That's kind of I thought. If I was Monstro's Tooth and you get on Monstro, what would happen? Would he deal damage to himself? Would like a Monstro come out and deal damage, or? I don't know. don't know, it's kind of wonder. So yeah. The other praise I can give this game. Very bold on the controversial matter of putting religion into a game. Of course, I saw one comment where someone was like talking about how this game is like all about anti-religion because, spoiler by the way, one of the endings is Isaac flashing through all the different characters you can play. And it's like oh, it's all just like in the imagination of a kid. And my first thought is, okay, that doesn't mean it's anti-religion. It just means that, you know, I don't know, the guys who made this game were trying to be facetious, but comically facetious. There we go, what I can't say. I said it right the first time, I think, but not the second time. They're trying to be pretentious, but not seriously pretentious. Right there, that took our soul heart. We can try that again to see if there's a chest. Try it again. Try it again. I'm not going to try. Sometimes it'll drop a chest if you do that, but as you know, there isn't one in that one. I'm not going to keep going into try because I'm going to die otherwise. I shouldn't have done it anyway. I don't like going to sacrificial chambers because there's this ouch. Because that exact thing happens. But yeah, so that's Binding of Isaac. Really fun game. It's fairly cheap, about $5. Like I said, they are remaking the game so that it doesn't have to use Flash, that they're using an actual game engine. They're going to update like 16-bit graphics, I think they said, which I'm kind of looking at like, that's not updating the graphics, that's actually downgrading in this case, but oops. Real quick here, whenever you get a new item, it goes into your collection. Not every item in the game is unlockable right away, or not every item in the game is available right away. You have to unlock them by meeting certain conditions, fighting every single boss, fighting all the 7 sins, defeating Mom, beating the game X amount of times, and so on and so forth. Beating the game with certain characters, which I've only beaten it with Isaac, which I think beating the game twice. Beating the first one with Isaac. Yeah, I want to say I beat the second one with Isaac. This is the way I could tell. Like they have achievements on the Steam page, but they don't have it on the game here. Right here we get the ending. We got the epilogue, which is what happens when you kill Mom. And kill Mom for the first time. Then you got ending 1, which is what happens when you beat the secret ending. I'm not gonna. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, there's our Halo, Book of Revelations, Bunker Boys. These are all the achievements we got. It also tells you like stuff that's appeared in the basement. Mom's pill bottle, which actually kind of makes you have seen that like, and assuming that the pills that you're finding are Mom's, it kind of makes sense that all these random amount of pills. Yeah, she is kind of a little nuts. So there's 97 secrets in the game, 100 something odd, not challenges. Ooh, I got more challenges. I didn't notice that. Collection. There's like 120 items, I think. I want to say there's like 120 items you can collect. Got a bunch of different stuff. So yeah, that's Binding of Isaac. And whenever you beat the game, I think the second time, you get this opening. So yeah, your heartbreaker, kid. You're breaking hearts. But yeah, so yeah, that's a Binding of Isaac, Wrath of the Lamb. I would recommend you go out and buy it right now, because even though they are already making the game, for those of us who bought it, there is a discount for Rebirth, as it's going to be called. There's going to be like a discount. I guess they're going to, like, however much they're going to charge for the game, it's going to be like, the game I think is like $10. 11 if you count, 11 or 12 if you count the DLC. I got the whole thing for like $3 on sale on Steam, so I'll be able, so I'm gonna assume like the Rebirth is gonna be like $15. So like with this, the discount would be like minus $12. So I get like only have to pay $2 for Rebirth, and you know I get updated shiny graphics, new stuff. They claim it's gonna be like the Wrath of the Lamb expansion, but like bigger because they're like updating style and doing a bit better engine. You're not gonna have to worry about Flash or having to get a secondary program like the Spire mod to record, because it's recording it on the normally is not really easy. And this is like my second attempt in recording the game, and it pisses me off that this that you can't record normally. Also, for those of you who have Xboxes, unfortunately, you cannot find this game on Xbox. You can find Super Meat Boy on Xbox, but due to the crap that Microsoft makes you go through, the hoops that they make indie developers go through, and this crap that goes on, they're not going to be releasing it for Xbox. They had some issues when they did Super Meat Boy with Microsoft, and they wanted to get those kinked out apparently, and Microsoft was just saying like, no, you can't. So yeah, though I'd imagine even the Rebirth version, you can get that for the PC. You don't need a relatively strong PC to play the game. It's, yeah, as you can tell, it's a very simple game. It runs in Flash. Flash runs on almost everything, except that everything that's not an Apple product. Boom! There's my jab at Apple for you. But anyway, with all that said, I'll see you guys in the next Let's Play. Whenever that's going to be, I'm not really sure. But I'll see you guys then.